Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So this is really like the third studio vlog that I've made, and I'm still figuring out how to do all of this. So unintentionally this week, I just didn't end up filming a lot of talking videos where I'm like sitting at the camera talking or showing you guys stuff in real time, where I'm not just like taking notes or reorganizing and cleaning and stuff like that, where I'm not really talking to the camera and I have to do a voiceover. So for this video, and I'm thinking possibly future vlogs, I'm planning on having my little Let's Talk About series at the end of the videos, during like a longer kind of sped up portion of the video, if that makes sense. I'm still figuring all of this out. I'm figuring out how I want to do all of this, how filming all of this works, how much I want to share with you guys, all of this different stuff. So this week being the week of Inauguration Day and a lot of other things in my life, I just didn't film that much. So that's the reality of it. So I hope that you guys enjoy this one. There is a little bit of talking in it, but honestly, there is not very much. I had quite a week this week, so there's not a lot to this video. As you can see right now, I'm rearranging my desk. I'm filming this the Sunday after that this week happened, and my desk is completely different already, but that's fine. I've rearranged it like a million times. But yeah, I just hope that you guys enjoy this and just understand that I'm still figuring this out, figuring out how all of this works, how I want to format and title and do all of these different videos, and I hope that you're at least enjoying watching me figure out that process. So I will see you guys at the end of the video for a little let's talk chit-chatty session. Okay, so I'm literally about to hop into class, but I went to Target this morning. Good morning, everyone. Happy Tuesday. I went to Target this morning and I was looking for these exact Sterilite containers. They're the small version, and then I think there's like a medium version, like a larger version of the 3-drawer system, and then they have like the big, like actual taller drawers, if that makes sense. They have different sizes. I was looking for this kind, and they only had one. Ideally, I think I want like 3 or 4 to go across here, but it's kind of nice to at least get like a general idea. They really fit into this space really nicely. And then I'm trying to decide. I have bookends coming today, so this pillow usually sits on my desk. I apologize. I have bookends coming today for here to prop up all those books, not with index cards and packing tape. And then I have 2 of them. I have a pair because bookends come in pairs. So I'm gonna use the other one here, and I kind of rearranged this little corner again. But I'm really about to be late to class, so I will formally say hi to you guys in a little bit, in a little while, and explain everything that's happening. My hair is like kind of crazy in my bedroom. Back there is super messy, so like disregard. It's, I don't even have my watch on. It's 11:20 on Thursday the 21st. I keep thinking that it's Friday, but I know that Friday's the 22nd, so yeah. I need to film my February plan with me today, which is exciting. I've gotten back into using my bullet journal. So you guys will see this in the February plan with me, which has already gone up, I think, when this vlog goes up. But yeah, I started using my bullet journal again, and the sense of like calm in my head is just, it's crazy. And I regret kind of abandoning it in 2020. I want to do my vision boards today, but I don't know that I'll be able to. I kind of have like some pictures picked out on Unsplash, and I decided that I am going to use index cards for those pictures instead of A5 paper, just because the index cards are a little bit sturdier than the A5 paper that I have, so they're gonna sit like flatter on the boards. And then I have an event with my service fraternity at 5:30. So basically it's 11:26. I am going to try my darn hardest to just crank out all of these notes in the next hour and a half. I'm on with my study group right now, which is actually really nice. And they're really nice people, and I like them a lot. Yesterday was the inauguration of President Biden and Vice President Harris, and I was on a Zoom call. One of my friends organized a Zoom call with all women, and it was literally a Kamala Harris. It was a Kamala Harris party, and it was like not focused on Biden. It was all about celebrating women of color and power, and we're texting about it still now. But that was really fun. I skipped my math class because I woke up a little bit late. I was kind of nervous yesterday that like something bad was gonna happen. I was pretty convinced that something bad was gonna happen yesterday. So I was a little bit on edge, so I was just like, screw it, I'm just gonna sit here and I'm gonna watch the news. I was texting like my mom and my sister and my friends before our Zoom call started. And we stayed on for like an hour. So that was really fun. And then after that, I had class from 2 to 4, because I always have class from 2 to 4. But yeah, it was a pretty nice little day. And then I streamed, just like on a whim. I was like, okay, I'm making a schedule now. So I'm going to stream regularly on Twitch now. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Sunday, I stream from 8 o'clock till 11-ish, sometime between 10 and 11. And then I'm going to try it again tomorrow. But I'm trying to do like little study with me streams where I like put my iPad on the screen so you can see like the notes that I'm taking or whatever I'm working on. But I had some issues with the software that I was using for that, so that might be something that I need to figure out. I think that I can do it like hardwired using a charger plug, but I don't want to do that because I don't think, hold on, let me see. I don't think that I have the ports for that on the back of my iPad right now, or on my computer right now, but we'll see. So those streams are on Fridays from 12 to 4-ish, kind of whatever happens. And those streams are replacing my library time because I don't feel comfortable going. But regardless, I am in better shape than I thought I was, and I kind of feel like that's the trend with me, is that like I think that everything's a mess, and then it's not a mess. But yeah, I don't know. So I don't know how I'm gonna set you guys up. I feel like there's a lot of like note-taking content in here, but I also can't show you guys my screen just to respect everybody else's privacy that's in this group. But yeah, I think I'm gonna just kind of hunker down, maybe make a cup of tea, and just take some notes. I can't decide what I want to start with. I think I need to do organizational behavior first. This is my third time recording this audio and I'm super annoyed. Hopefully I can actually get through it this time. So I can't see the video, which is gonna bother me and kind of throw me off a little bit. So I'm gonna try and focus and just film this. But I'm doing it in a different software. It doesn't matter to you. You can't see what I'm doing, so I'm just gonna keep talking. I think in the video I'm taking notes, the notes that I was talking about in the clip before this, and then partway through it flips over to me doing my vision board and putting all of that together because I thought that you guys would enjoy seeing that, even though it's technically not really a part of the vlog because I didn't vlog at all that day. That day I had lunch with my dad actually. He came home to kind of check on the house and everything, and we got lunch before he went back up to New York. And yeah, but anyways, my Let's Talk this week was supposed to be about routines and ADHD and how and why I use a routine. So essentially what I put together is a timetable for not every hour. I think it goes from 7 o'clock in the morning until 11 at night. So all of my waking hours. I have a big old timetable and I put in my class schedule. I put in when I want to do homework, when I wake up, when I work out, when I do self-care and like take showers and do my skincare and stuff. So there's open spaces in it for sure, but there are also a lot of taken up spaces. So yeah, that's a thing that I do. And it helps me a lot, to be honest. It really helps me to get through my days, to know that, okay, this is the time that I need to be doing something. And I'm only at, like, this is the end of week 2 for my term, so I don't know how much I can speak on this, but I think that it just really helps me with like sort of getting into a routine. So like after class, I'm not just like, okay, I'm gonna go crawl back into bed and I'm not gonna get anything done. It kind of helps to be able to say, okay, like this is the vibe, this is what we normally do. We normally sit and do homework for a little bit after this. Or we normally film a video, or we go for a walk, that kind of stuff, to kind of just stay within a zone in an area and just, I don't know, it just helps. It helps to have like a plan-ish for the day, even if there isn't really a plan. But also, like, if I don't have homework to do, I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to take a break. Or if I don't know, if I feel like poop, then I'm gonna go get back in bed. Like, it's not strict or anything like that. It's nothing crazy. But yeah, I think that helps me a lot with like staying focused throughout the day. There are a lot of tools that I use to stay focused throughout the day. Most of them are not actually my meds. My meds just kind of help me function, to be honest. They help me like zone in on certain things, but honestly, I can tell the difference, and I think honestly even my professors this term can kind of, they haven't told me this, but like I can kind of feel that like the vibe is off in my classes when I don't take my meds. I ramble more, so if I'm like asked a question, I will ramble more on the question, or I won't talk at all in that class because I'm not paying attention and I'm sitting on my phone on Instagram, or I don't know, doing other things that aren't relevant to class. But regardless, I don't know, there are other things like that routine that kind of help me cope and get through my days productively. So my routine also does have to do with my meds though, because I take an extended release in the morning, every single morning, no matter what. And I also have a booster. So a booster essentially, well, there are two, as far as I know, there are like a million different types of ADHD medications, but the two that I take are an extended release, which means that it like slowly releases into the body throughout the day. And then a booster is something that kind of disperses like immediately and kind of all at once. So there are also ones that are like, I don't know how all this works, but there are meds where it boosts you in the beginning and then it kind of goes down a little bit and then like it goes back up again after a certain amount of time, stuff like that. There are so many different kinds, but the two that I take are an extended release and a booster. So I kind of have to figure out when to take my booster and even when to take my extended release in the morning because of how long it lasts. I have to make sure that both of them are actually around a time that I'm eating food, because I get nauseous if I don't have anything in my stomach when I take them. Like, there are a lot of factors that go into it. So having a routine kind of helps me say, okay, I took the booster at 2 o'clock today. This didn't work. I crashed, or I was nauseous because I didn't have anything to eat or something like that. So I need to take it either earlier or later. So having that routine set in place kind of helps me adjust where I take my meds. So that's also very important. But yeah, there's so much to having a routine. And I think that before COVID and everything, I like very roughly did it. I very loosely did it, and I didn't really stick to it was most of the problem. I don't know. I just wouldn't stick to it. Things would come up. I'd decide to stay at school instead of go home, or I'd skip going to the gym, stuff like that. So it was really complicated and hard to stick to before COVID. But with COVID, it's really nice to say, okay, it's 1 o'clock. I have class in an hour. I need to get outside because I haven't gotten outside today. I'm going to go do a loop around the block. I'm going to get a hot chocolate from Dunkin' Donuts, like stuff like that. It's nice to be able to say, this is when I need to take a break. It's going to be okay if I take a break. I've been working for, I don't know, however many hours I work when I take my first break of the day. So I can't even talk. This is my third time filming this voiceover because Premiere is deciding not to like me, so I apologize. But yeah, it's helpful to say, like, it's gonna be okay if I take a break right now because, after class I have another hour of time to do homework. I can extend that hour if I want to, if I need more time to do that, or I don't really need to finish editing this today because it's not going up for a really long time. It's okay if I take a break. Or, I'm really tired, I didn't sleep well last night. It's okay if I sleep in a little bit extra. I just won't be able to do whatever before class. I'll have to do that somewhere else in the day. It's nice to be able to do that, is what I'm trying to say. And I think that, like, I don't think that this is a thing that everyone with ADHD does. I kind of know that it's not a thing that everybody does because it is hard to stick to. And I don't know, anything that involves, like, long-term consistency is a little bit hard to figure out with ADHD. Like, I don't know. It's hard to stick to something. To, like, it's easy to make the plan, but it's hard to really stick with it and really follow through with it and see it through. So routines are a good way to do that. And having an ideal week that's sort of wiggly and fluid and it's not like a strict thing that you have to stick to is a way to kind of do that with an ADHD brain. So that's what my Let's Talk was supposed to be about. I'm like, this is why I hate having to film voiceovers more than once, because I feel like I've already talked about something, or I feel like I've missed something, and it's too confusing because now I've talked about this 3 times and I feel like I'm leaving something out that I talked about before. But I don't know. I don't know why Premiere is being mean to me today and just crashing whenever I try to film a voiceover in this part. So we can yell at Premiere for how awful this ending to this video is. But I really appreciate you guys, like, sticking around through all of these vlogs while I'm figuring out how the heck I want to do this. Obviously, filming videos where I'm not paying attention to the camera is a lot easier because I'm still actually getting stuff done. So, like, I'm taking videos of myself taking notes, but I'm actually taking notes and doing my schoolwork while also not looking at my phone, which is really nice. But yeah, it's definitely still a learning process for me. I do kind of like the idea of chit-chatting at the end with you guys. So we'll kind of see if that sticks around. But yeah, I hope that you guys are kind of enjoying me figuring out this process. I'm wondering what's going to happen when I'm not in classes and when I'm on co-op and I'm working. I actually got my schedule for that. I'm working Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays will be my work days, which will be really nice to have nice long weekends to do shop work. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It's fun figuring this out, and it's fun to edit them, so I hope that you guys are enjoying it as much as I am. But anyways, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!